So I was thinking about the Rose and David Campbell situation, or the David Campbell and Rose situation, I should say, right? You know, that relationship is pretty much a done deal, or that marriage, I should say. And David is acting like everything is all good, and you know nothing is wrong between her and him, or nothing is wrong between David and Rose. And this is totally like I mean, bro, that relationship is nothing but a business ordeal. He's coming with the resources, the stability, and she's coming with the putty. If you ask me, you know, I mean, she is. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. She's bringing something to the table. She's helping him up out of the bed. She's cooking for him. She's cleaning for him. She's doing all those things for him. So yes, she's bringing something to the table. They're more than just putty. Okay, more than just putty. She's bringing to the table. But in the end, bro, in the end, the woman will always leave you. Simple as that, bro. It don't matter where. It don't matter where she is, what part of the world she's living in, where she's from, what country she's from. The woman will always leave you. These women, once they get tired of your shit, once they get tired of dealing with you, once they get tired of the same dick every night, they will leave you if another better option comes in. You see what I'm saying? Another better option comes in, she will trade you in like a baseball card. You see what I'm saying? The only reason why David, I mean, the only reason why Rose hasn't left David, the reason why she hasn't left him because she hasn't found a better option. Basically, a better simp. She hasn't found a better simp than David. Okay? And David has no choice but to simp because he's disabled, man. He can't move around. And like I said earlier in my earlier video, if he was here in the West, bro, she wouldn't have gave him a chance, bro. There's no way in the world that 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 Rose, a female that's considered a four here in the West, will give David a chance with all these options out here in the West. Okay, even for a single mother in the West, there's a lot of options. Okay, there's a lot of men out here that will simp harder than David. There's a lot of men out here that can walk. There's a lot of men with careers who make money. You know, his disability check don't mean shit in the West, but it means a lot in the Philippines. You see what I'm saying? And if you go to her video, where she uploaded, if you look at her face, if you listen to the tone of her voice, you could tell that she is fed up with David's shit. She's fed up. And it was only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before she gets up and she leaves once she finds a better option than David. You can't say that that relationship is based on love, bro. Come on, man. These women don't love you. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. Like these, bruh. She didn't have his kid. She had the Filipino man's kid. Another thing, black men. Why do you go over to these countries and you take in leftover women? It's just come on, bro. Even though you're a handicapped guy, you see what I'm saying? You're still taking in leftover females, man. You 60 years old. You coming to the table with stability. She's coming to the table with a leftover cooch. Okay? And that country, Filipino men don't want to have nothing to do with Rose. Period. You see what I'm saying? So you coming to the Philippines to take the Filipino man's leftovers. Basically. That's what you're doing, bro. Even I know he's, you know what? I know he's disabled. I know that, he can't walk, and Rose is basically a come up for him because here in the West, women like Rose would not give him a chance whatsoever. He would never have gotten in the door here in the West. He would never have got a chance with Rose in the West. And if he did get a chance, she would never have stayed for too long, bro. it, she would have stayed for like a couple of weeks and then bailed out on him. You know. Now, when I go to Thailand and I go to the Philippines, I'm gonna play around with females that are above my looks level, but I'm not gonna marry them. I'm not gonna, get into a long term relationship with them. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these men don't get it, man. You go over to these countries and you you think that these women truly love you. They don't fucking love you, bro. I could tell in the way Rose looks at David. I can look at her body language. I could look at the expressions and stuff like that, man, and she does not love David. And David in his head, he thinking like, well, this woman loves me. No, nigga. She's doing what she's supposed to do to feed her family. Like I said, in those countries, the family comes first. And if she got to sleep with an old, crippled, crusty, dirty old man, she got to do it. And look at this. Like I said, man, she had the Filipino man's baby first, and she's not having your baby. That's something wrong with that picture right there, bro. You're being with a woman, and you got stability, and she's not having your baby. And I understand you say, yeah, you're too old to have a baby or whatever, and which is nice. I mean, which is fair because you, you're at the end of your lifeline, and if something happens to you, you'll leave Rose behind to be a single mother. You see what I'm saying? And I agree, man. Men shouldn't have any babies after 50, really. Yeah, even though we can, we shouldn't. You shouldn't have babies after 50. You know, and like I said, man, Rose does not love David. I'm like, bro, like she's never caressing him. She's never holding him. When I go to some of these channels like Travel Versity, that girl likes she likes Travel Versity. I can tell. I can look at her and tell that she likes Travel Versity because she's always kissing on the man. She's always hugging him. She's always caressing him, all on camera too. On camera, she's on camera trying to kiss him, trying to caress him. That's a real relationship to me, bro. Not these fake phony relationships where the age gap is like 30 years plus. You see what I'm saying? These women do not want to sleep with these old men. These young women do not want to sleep with these old men. Naturally, the young woman want a young man. Simple as that. When I go to the Philippines and stuff like that or Thailand, I'm gonna be checking for the late 20s, maybe the mid 20s to late 20s, or maybe a 30-year-old woman. Okay, that will be a lot more realistic. A female that's 15, 14, 13, 12 years younger. That's more realistic for me if I want to look for something true. But an age gap of like 20 years, that's a bit too goddamn young. You see what I'm saying? And it won't be real. It'll be based on resources. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up? What's up with it, Man's Daily? Yeah, I know her name is Lucky, right? Travelversity, yeah. So when I look at Travelversity's relationship, I see a real relationship because she's always kissing and hugging on a man. That's a real relationship to me. And when I see these channels with these old men with these young women, these women are not hugging with these dudes. She's never kissing on David. She's always sitting by him, but she's never caressing the man. When I go by some of these other channels and I see real relationships, like this one YouTuber, I ain't gonna say her name. I don't like promoting a lot of people's channel. Only certain people's channel I'll say, I'll talk about. But these small channels that I go by, these Filipino channels that I come across, and there's this one couple online. They're always hugging and kissing and laughing with each other and enjoying each other's time. And she's pregnant with his baby. You see what I'm saying? That's a real relationship to me when they're hugging, they're kissing, they're caressing, they're laughing, they're joking with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're enjoying each other's time, laughing at each other's jokes. Okay, you know, that's a real relationship to me. To me, Rose is a caregiver, bro, for David. Okay, David, he can talk loudly, he can say what he want to say, but bro, they Rose is not happy in that relationship. She's not. She's not. It's written all over her face. You see what I'm saying? It's written all over her face that she does not want to take care of David no more. You see what I'm saying? David, he has to worry about his health. He has to eat correctly. He has to make sure he lives longer. David is irresponsible when it comes to food, man. I know, trust me, bro. I was there, after, when the pandemic started, I was being irresponsible with food. That's how I became a pre-diabetic. I'm not really a diabetic, but I'm a pre-diabetic guy. You see what I'm saying? I became irresponsible with food, so I know what he's doing. I know, doing way too much. Now I eat junk sometimes, bro. Like earlier, I had some fried chicken and stuff from um from Kentucky Fried Chicken, but that's it. I'm going right back to my diet again, back to the diet again. Tomorrow I'll be eating some salads and making sure I get all the nutrients and stuff in my body, spinach and broccoli and stuff like that. Squash. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, David, back to what I was saying about David. David, he's not a nice person to be around. He might seem genuine on camera, But bruh, I heard him in the background screaming, screaming, like he was like a madman. I seen the real David. You know, he might seem genuine on camera, but when the camera comes off, he gets into a demon. He gets into a demon role. Okay, he's not a nice person to be around. He's old and cranky. Okay, which he should be because he's disabled. He can't move around. Imagine how cranky you would be if you were disabled. You had health issues and you couldn't walk anywhere. Imagine that, you know, and that's a lot for Rose to deal with. That's a lot. That's a fucking lot just to feed her family, man. Just to feed her family. And there's nobody out there that's um, financially stable like David that she can find. They're not there's not a bunch of Davids just walking around out there in the Philippines. You see what I'm saying? You know, you know, there's not a bunch of Davids just walking around, basically men with financial stability out there like that. So, you know, he's their cash cow basically, and you know he ain't gonna say nothing like that, man. He not gonna tell you the truth about everything. He's gonna downplay everything. He's gonna keep shit under the radar. Okay, he's not gonna come out in the open and tell you, yeah, I'm paying her family, so I could bang the shit out of her every now and then. And he's not even banging the shit out of her. He is not hitting that right. An old crippled man, he is not hitting that right. You see what I'm saying? I would bang Rose. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Even though she's not that attractive, but she's from the neck down. Yeah, I would hit that. I would hit that. But long term relationship with Rose for me, no, no, not a long term relationship. Anyway, so back to what I was saying about the relationship between Rose and David. This is not love, man. This is something that that they're dealing with because she has the kitty cat, and she's a caregiver, and he has the resources providing for the family. Like I said, man, the family comes first out there. So she's gonna do what she has to do to feed her family. If she has the put up with David shit, then she's gonna put up with David shit. But it seems like she is fed up of all that bullshit that David is doing, man. And I heard some bad things about David from his own family. His own family didn't want to have nothing to do with him. You see what I'm saying? His own family didn't have nothing to do with David. He's not a good person to be around. You see what I'm saying? But she's gonna have to. She's dealing with it because he has the stability, bro. She's dealing with David because he has the stability. He has that money. You see, he built the house from scratch, and a lot of Filipino men they're not able to provide the house like that. You know what I'm saying? That David is providing out there. Filipino men couldn't come up with like $40,000 to build a house. They're rich out there compared to the average Filipinos out there. They're living rich. And do I see, you know, she letting this go like just like that? No, not until another man that is wealthy or another man that has the same type of money as David. She's not gonna let that go until another guy comes along with that type of dough. But look, they're forcing this shit to work. Okay, they're forcing it to work because of what she has between her legs and what he has in his pocket. Okay, they're forcing it to work, even though it's not meant to work. They're totally two different people. The age gap is super wide. I think it's like what 20 years, more than 20 years. That's a super age gap, bro. That's like me dating a 20-year-old female, man. It's just like two. We're not gonna. We don't have nothing in common. Like, you see what I'm saying? And we're gonna bump heads a lot because we do not. We're not on the same maturity level. You see what I'm saying? We're not on the same page. We're not on the same maturity level. We're not compatible. Old men and very young women are not compatible with each other. She gonna be, wanting to play a lot. You know, she gonna be wanting to giggle a lot. You know what I'm saying? She gonna want to do what young women do. And he's an older man that's very mature out of her league when it comes to wisdom and knowledge. And we don't really care about wisdom and knowledge when it comes to women. What am I saying? But I'm saying the maturity level is different. They're gonna bump heads, just like in roles. They're gonna bump heads a lot. They're gonna have a hard time understanding each other. But like I said, they're making it work. They're forcing it to work. They are first forcing it to work. You know. Anyway, man. You know. I'm gonna end this video, man. I'm gonna get some sleep. You guys have a good night. Peace out. Take care and bless. I'm out.